Yo, what's up? This your boy Monty G from the Fan Mission Podcast. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can get all access to motivated and inspiring videos on this Fan Mission Friday. Every Friday. Let's get to the podcast. Yo, what's up? This your boy Monty G, and we back at it again with my homeboy for his second appearance, man. So let me go ahead and bring him in the party. Let him introduce himself and tell him where you from, man. Hey, man, please introduce yourself and tell the people where you from.
Oh, man, you know what it is, man. We back for the second time. Giving thanks to God first and foremost. Jamar Boone, Muck City, Florida. Florissant, Belglade, Harlem. We here, man.
That's right. Stand up. So, man, you know, a lot been going on since our last interview, man. Man, tell me what's going on, man. I know you got a lot of stuff going on, man.
Well, man, been extremely busy. Tired now, man. But you know, everything that we talked about, everything that I envisioned, all the hard work that I put in, you know, by myself in the warehouse, nights, lonely nights, and you know, a lot of praying from family members, friends. And we here, man. We got to deal with Home Depot, man. We're going live Monday.
You say you got to deal with Home Depot?
Yes, sir.
So I was wondering, right? You know, I'm down here in Florida, and you know, since our last interview, I've been doing my little research on the dirt, man. I'm like, how do you make your soil so rich that make people want to just tap in?
I mean, honestly, I can't take credit for that. I don't do that. That's something that God created way back in the days when we had this horrific flood, and you know, our soil has been golden for a long time, and I'm just fortunate and blessed enough to come up with the vision and the idea, you know, by my ancestors traveling over this soil for periods of time. Not only my ancestors, other ancestors that's down there, other people that's still down there in the muck, man, they blessed it for me. So they made this process easy. And now the work is just beginning because now it's time to deliver on them resources.
Okay. So we're gonna give God the credit on that one.
Got to, man. Got to.
Got to, yeah. So okay, far as laying it down, right? So can you walk me through the process? Like, do you lay the dirt down and do you like over season it? Is it, I mean, season it, putting seeds down, and do you, how many times you water it a day? Is it a process you got to follow?
Yeah, and it depends on the project. So each project is different. So with each project, I give specific directions to the customer on how to go about it to achieve the best results. But yes, you know, if there's a project where I'm doing landscaping, I do overlay the soil. I mean, I can't give people my secret sauce, but you know, I overlay the soil. But there's a process that I do before I overlay the soil, which makes the existing ground meet the new soil, and it works together. So I do a process before that, and then once I do that, lay the soil down, overseed it, and come back a little bit later and watch the magic happen.
Okay, you know, like you played on the football field, so you understand like when they put the seeds down, they had a little roller thing that picking up the little dirt, and so that you get some air up in the soil.
Yeah,
Do y'all do that process?
I do that as well.
So what is that called?
It's called aeration. So what
Aeration.
you know, you can overseed a ground the way it is, but the soil is not conditioned. The seeds are not going to take. So when you do aeration, you know, you putting holes in the ground at least 3 inches, 3.5 up to 6 inches deep. And then when you overseed, the seeds go into the holes that you put in the ground, and it helps germinate and root faster and better. Makes the lawn more plush. So that.
Oh, okay. Because I seen you on a football field on the clip, and you was like, "We finna tackle this in a minute, but you know we gotta start small." And I was like, "I say, man, you doing football fields? That's dope." You know?
Yeah. they eventually, that's not now, but within a 3 to 5 year plan, they eventually would like us to overlay soil on a couple football fields here in the city. Um, so, and that's a project that I'm building up for, and I would love none other than to have some people from home team, come up, working on some things where we could possibly get deals with hotels and stuff like that to how
Mhm.
they can come up and make money. And the reason why I want to choose people from my hometown and from the surrounding areas is because you don't have to explain or have waste time explaining about the soil and what it does. They already know about it.
Mm.
So with that being said, it takes a workload off of me. And again, I'm giving back because I'm giving another opportunity to someone else. And I'm hoping in that process, maybe they see something that might change their intellect and intellectual properties of how they look at things in life.
Mm. That's dope. And man, I mean, man, I'm so proud of you, bro, because you came a long way, man. I can't even hold you.
Man, I haven't even took it all in yet, man. Because not even just with the Home Depot, there's so much things been going on in my personal life. Like we in the process. We just closed on our old home, selling it. We just closed on our new home. So in the process of getting out of our old home or our old house, moving into our new home. Um,
Mm.
Home Depot and everything else is it. I still haven't processed it, but I'm just gratefully humble, man, and thankful, man, of the blessings that He's given me and He's enduring me to have because he brought me a mighty long way, man. Like,
That's right. So, man, can you tell me about the Home Depot project? Like, how did you come across that? Like, how did that fall in your lap? And I have to say, when you was talking about the football field, man, I think if you think it and you speak it, it's already done.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it's already in the works. There's so many projects in the works, man, that I'm having to turn down projects because right now, like this was year. I have a 5 year plan. This was my year 3 plan to be in Home Depot. I'm in Home Depot in my year 1 plan.
Mm.
Um, I've been at this for 3 years. I've been registered with the business, not even a year yet, and landed a major deal. And just hoping and praying that that works out. We got other retail markets knocking at the door, and we just gonna evaluate it and see what it's about. Because if they're not talking about giving back to the community in some sense, some sort of some way, that's not the right deal for us.
Mm. Mm. Hey, I
So
like that. I like that. You say you gotta give back. So, do you have any other deals you thinking about on the table?
with some of the non-disclosure agreements that's in place, I can't really speak on them, but there's
Okay, okay, fair.
a few uh, people locally that's highly interested. But me personally, I'm gonna give them an opportunity and a shot, but I gotta do my due diligence with Home Depot because um, they didn't even have to take me up under their wings, even though the product is fantastic.
Mm,
But I think what happened is they like the fact that they seen the vision and how I created it. Again,
mm,
when I said in the first video, creating my own capital, I was serious about that. I wasn't trying to take investors and Shark Tank stuff, and because then at that point you have 100% of everything, but then when you got hands in the pot, you lose that. And if these people have power, um, then the position that you place yourself in, you can lose that. So I never want to lose the reason what made me start this, and that was all about how could I give back to my community. It was never about the amount of money um, that can be made because I know God's going to bless me anyway. He's already.
mm-hmm,
But it was about giving back to people that's been there their whole life, man, and been promised a lot of things, man, and never seen it. And
mm,
I know I can't help everybody. I know I can't literally touch everybody's hands, but if I can get the community to see what I'm trying to do, and how they can benefit from it. Right now, I'm trying to figure out how to set up some sort of a community share program. Again, because I want my community and the surrounding communities to benefit from this. Belgrade, Pahokee, Clewiston, South Bay, and the stretch beyond. So, Muck City, we in here.
Man, we in the building, man. So I just can't get over it, man. Cause and I wish I could have got a clip from you. I would have showed the party that I seen the before and afters in the grass, and I'm like, yo, man, my man, he on to something, man. So what's the difference between your soil and other people's soil?
Well, the difference is it's the muck. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's just bottom line, man. Like it's gonna be some people that try to duplicate that and say, okay, well, we can go to this wetland and dig this, and we can do the same thing. It ain't gonna get the same results, because it ain't gonna have the same nutrients in it.
Okay.
The same people ain't walked over or stepped on that soil, so that soil ain't been properly blessed. But
Okay.
between our soil and soil that's out there is this soil is so rich in nutrients, just the tannins and how the tannins allow little cubicles and molecules to contain moisture. So once you water it, it's not like you're going out there watering 3-4 times a day. You get a good moisture content in it, and that soil is gonna sweat. It's gonna hold its moisture content. You feel like you need to wet it a little more, you wet it a little more, and the soil just continue to do its thing.
Okay. Okay. So how do you prevent weeds from growing?
That's I have another product I'm in the works of developing with one of my family members, one of my cousins. He brought to my attention a product I can't reveal yet, but with this product here, with the muck itself, it doesn't necessarily grow weeds, but if there is existing weeds in the existing soil, and it comes in contact, then yes, it could grow weeds. But the muck itself, it's so rich. I don't, weeds and stuff wouldn't thrive in it unless there's another content that's mixed in it.
Okay. Okay. So let me see. So at your new home, is you using it in your front yard?
Oh man, I got muck throughout my whole yard now. So
Okay.
when I leave, the yard, the home we move into is very nice. The yard is already done, but it's got to get mucked up.
I know, because when you get a new home, they gonna make sure the yard is right. But it's like, man, is you gonna strip it and use your product?
I'm gonna overlay my product on top of the existing lawn
Okay.
there, and then what would happen is that the muck would essentially settle, and that grass, once I overseed it, would essentially grow through the muck. So
No,
like
okay.
I said, I mucked it up.
Mucked it up.
Yeah.
I like that, man. So, do you have any new people? Like I remember you saying, like, man, I'm doing this all by myself, man. So you got any new people to the
Yeah.
team and
There,
to the staff?
yep. There's some people in the background.
Okay.
So with that being said, too, uh, we launched another, or I launched another business with two other business partners, and that is the Urban Development Group. And so that group is essentially going to allow us to deliver the resources that I'm talking of and speaking of, and it's going to allow me to network and connect with people from my hometown to build that bridge and continue to get a diverse mix of population of board members, and start putting people in place and rank in position, to help me see all the whole vision through. But we do got on the team, man. Shout out to Lisa Ross. She's been behind the scene helping me with some small things, like proofreading a lot of things, and she's so OCD with things. Like she makes sure it's right. Like Jamar, don't put this out. Da 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 da. So I gotta tip my hat off to her. I gotta tip my hat off to my brother. He hasn't necessarily helped out with Mark Soda, but he did a lot of consulting and advising me on a lot of things. Brother, first of all, I gotta shout out my wife and my kids, man, because they've been my biggest supporter from day one. I can't forget my two dogs too. You know what I mean? Like they roll with me, man, through thick and thin, man. When I was getting tired, and it was just like, you know what, man, bump trying to run your own business, man. This, they, oh, dad, you, whoop, whoop, and so sticking it through and to see them, to be able to move into the new home and they having a life that I wanted as a kid, man. I'm just truly blessed and humble, bro.
Man, that's what's up, man. Because a lot of people they start their own business and they don't get a chance to kick it with the family. You know what I'm saying? Every time I chop it up with you, I see one of the kids in the background. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I know you got some time to spend with your kids, man. That's what's up. That's what it's all about, man.
man. That's who gonna be running this stuff, one day and being involved and hands on, man. But I'm so hands on with my kids because I didn't have a father that was hands on with me. Talking to my daughter a few minutes ago, I said, I love you, right? She's like, I know you, Dad. I said, why how I love you? Because you tell me all the time, So I mean, I'm just grateful, man. Like, in a position that I'm in right now, the space that I'm in life, the atmosphere that I'm strobing on right now, man. I can't ask for nothing more. If I did, I'll be greedy.
Mm, that's right. Hey, but I have to ask you this though, because you always say, man, if they can see my vision, so if you had a magic wand and you can create your life, like voila, like with your brain and everything, what would that look like?
Ah, man, I mean, my community for one will be Trump tight, man. Like we'll have nice shopping centers, YMCA or some sort of recreation center. The kids can go ball out, some sort of training facility. Well, they got that now too. Shout out to the Glaze, man. Beautiful orange bowl that they add on to, man. So the kids really do have that aspect of down there. But it's just be a overall beautiful city, man. Like, all the buildings that ain't being used and things like that, man. We'll revitalize them and put them into something productive and constructive. So it'd be a beautiful city if I had my way with a magic wand. If I could just tap my hand and make that happen now, but
Mm-hmm.
we getting there. There's a lot of people down in the muck doing a lot of good things, man. Like and some people from the muck that's in various places still doing a lot of things. But I gotta shout out my boy Claude, Harriet, and my boy Fat Man to Tafori, man. We had our own men's meetings on Thursdays, so every
Mm,
we chop it up on the phone, and before we end the conversation, one of us will lead us out in prayer. So we started our own little men's group, man, and I can't tell you how much that motivated me, man, for brothers I came up with, and to see how well everybody grown in life, man, and how the circle come back around, man, and how we're still meeting up, but. I gotta shout out them too, man, because they was some of the biggest supporters behind the scenes. My one of my aunts, man, she's every time I call, I need prayer. She prayed me up. My aunt Nora,
mm-hmm.
I just actually talked to her the day before this podcast, man, and just really trying to hold back the tears, man, of joyfulness. I really haven't had a chance to bash in and celebrate. Like I said, so many components happen, moving, deal with Home Depot, other deals trying to go down, me trying to set up, the different programs and stuff. And they still haven't got home yet, trying to get, work all this stuff out to get home. So it's a lot going on that I'm juggling, but I know that time is going to level out. And once I see that level out and those things that's happening and it's actually happened, it'll be all
Mm.
right.
Oh man, I believe in you, man. I believe in you. So, hey, so I've been knowing you for a while,
Yes,
and
sir.
you always was on the green, bro. Even if playing football, doing the lawn care. You was running. Now you doing the soil, bro. Who inspires you into the the bro? Where you get
Uh,
it from?
Man, a lot of people, man. A lot of people, man. You know, a lot of people, man. A lot of older people, man. Just seeing how they made a way. Um, Out of small things, something so small. My Uncle Fat, man, Deacon Boone, man, just watched how he grind and the things he acquired, man. That was, low key one of my biggest inspires. And you know, my grandfather inputted a little bit in that. A lot of uncles on my mom's side, my dad's side, a lot of people, man. A lot of music too, man.
Hmm.
A lot of Nip, um, some podcasts, a little bit of Kendrick, and a lot of books reading, and
Hmm.
just figuring out how to elevate my atmosphere, to a different stratosphere. And a lot of people just, you see the same thing in life, so you get stuck on this act.
Hmm.
You don't never see yourself going out of elevating the stratosphere. So I just learned how to, focus on things, and and people around that's pretending to help, but they got a tenant motive and stuff like that. I just learned how to remove them out of my atmosphere. Like, what I
Hmm.
mean, no need for you to take up space in my atmosphere when I'm focusing on this, but that little egg and thought, of that previous situation, you still worrying about. So you might take it out on your family or somebody else because you let that person, get in the edge of your atmosphere. So
Hmm.
I learned how to block that out, and remove a person from my atmosphere, man. And if it ain't good, it ain't in here.
Yeah. I always say, like, if you don't design your life, somebody go design it for you.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
man.
if you can't control your emotions, somebody gonna control it.
Oh yeah, one way or the other. Because you
Yeah.
go to that big house, man. You go listen to them people whether you want to listen to them in the correct way, or you go listen to them people whether you want them to discipline you and listen to you. But one way or the other, you go listen. So
Oh
I.
yeah. Yeah. So, man, did you ever think, me and you, we used to kick it, man, and we should chop it up, man. Did you ever think you would be like, man, I'm gonna take it this far?
Uh, Honestly, I know it was gonna be huge. You know what I mean? When I first started putting everything together, had no idea it was gonna lead to this point. Again, man, little dude from Clewiston and Belgrade, little dude, who wasn't given a shot. You know what I mean? Who all the odds was against, and it ain't just me; it's a lot of people down there. But I'm just speaking, my story. Everybody has same and similar stories, especially from where we're from, and was told I was gonna be this and be that, wasn't gonna be this and wasn't gonna be that, and was gonna end up being this and be that. And none of those things, are true because I didn't allow that again to enter into my atmosphere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kid already knew exactly what it is that I wanted to do and what I was gonna do. And as I got older and really found myself, because that's one of the things in elevating. You got to find yourself. People, you think you know who you really are and stuff like that. You do, but you really don't know who you really are in here. Once you start going through some difficult things, and then you start realizing the strength that you have within. And once you realize that, you realize what you can do.
Yeah. And when you tell people to find themselves, some people be like, man, I've been trying to find myself, bro. I don't even know how to do it. And if I can tell y'all, man, find your desires, what you love to do, and if you love to do it, I don't care if it's easy, man. Do it to the max. Give them your 110%, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm
That.
saying? That's what success is. Like, and don't try to judge yourself and look at other people and be like, "Oh man, he doing better than me," or he did. Like, no, man, that's gonna kill your joy. That's how you going. That's going backwards, man.
Let me tell you
So,
something. Everybody got,
yeah, go ahead. If you want to tell us, I often ask you if you had some encouraging words to tell people. What would you tell them?
and it's no matter what you're going through. What you're going through doesn't mean necessarily you're gonna go through that tomorrow. But you got to have faith. You got to be obedient, and just know that everything that you're going through is a learning situation for what you're about to gain.
Mm,
You're not gonna gain it unless you have gone through it and learned it. Because once you get it, you're not gonna be equipped with keeping it. So it's hard work acquiring something, and it's even hard work keeping something. So
mm,
you got to do twice the work as you did to get it to keep it. Um, but just because you're going through something today doesn't mean you're gonna go through the same thing tomorrow. But trust and believe, and understand that it's gonna work out no matter whatever the situation, whether your rent due, mortgage. This I can't tell you how many situations we was in, but I didn't revert back to old ways and old habits and stuff like that, because that's not growth. Growth is when you're going through those things, you knew the easy way to do something, and that wasn't growth, that was immaturity. So
mm-hmm,
now that you're going through something, how are you gonna handle that? Are you gonna revert back? Because if you did, that's like backsliding. Or you go use your growth, be patient and understand and have that faith that it's gonna work out in the end. No matter,
mm-hmm.
it'll work out in the end.
Yeah, and when I mentioned when I was saying doing something easy, because something that's easy to do is also easy not to do,
Hmm.
like a walk around the block. You won't walk around a block for your own exercise, but then you will be at work walking for 7 hours.
Hmm.
That just don't click to me, and I'm like, no, we need to start doing stuff for ourselves. That's why I say, man, give it your 110%, because something that's easy is also not
But
easy to
but
do.
that goes back to finding yourself. Once you find yourself and you understand that, then you will calculate that. Okay, I'm walking here for 7 hours. Let me do these 7 hours and walk for myself, and see what happens.
For 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they say if you don't have 10 minutes to yourself, you don't got no life. That walk around a block, no radio, no phone, just walk around, clean your mind. You might come up with an idea that change your life.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? You can't hear your thoughts, and you ain't never had time to yourself because you always getting pulled from every angle. You never had time for yourself, and that's why you feel like I don't know myself. How can you know yourself if you ain't did 10 minutes? If you ain't spent 10 minutes with me, how can you know me?
You hit it right on the head, man. That's what it is, man. That walk, that you take, or even working out by yourself, processing your thoughts and all that. That's that taking time to yourself, gathering yourself, and understanding who you are. Because then you go know the strength that you got, this, that, and etc. So that's how you start putting yourself together, brick by brick.
Mm, I like that. Yeah. So a lot of people say, I'm stressed out, I got anxiety, and that's true. I believe in that, but you have to believe in yourself. Like, give yourself some time to yourself, and probably you won't have that as stress and anxiety. Like,
Mhm.
I'll be stressed out, anxiety, and have anxiety attacks too if everybody was pulling me from every angle, and they was, and I had to learn that just because my phone ring, I don't have to answer it. That's why they got answer machines.
Well, and it's also time, man. It's how you, it's how well you monitor your own time, man. Because I've been pulled in so many different directions.
Hmm.
Past, I can't tell you how many months. Got to do this, got to do that, got to be over here, got to be over there, got to meet this, got to. It's been some stressful moments, but just keeping my cool, calm, and composure. But one thing I have noticed in this process is um, I just started calling people out more on their BS right out the gate, and it's not because I feel like I'm in a position or something like that. It's not that, man. It's now that I realize I don't have the luxury of time
Mm.
with that. You see what I'm saying? So if I go ahead and tell you that right out the gate right now, we got that out the way. It's no harm, no foul. I don't mean in no disrespectful way. Now I hope you don't take offense to it. But you know what I'm saying? My time is my time, and your time is your time. And what I got to do with my time is different from what you got to do with your time. So I don't have time to waste with your time that is not lining up with my time and what I got to do. So I just started calling people out right away. Like, come on, man. Like,
Yes, you
don't.
got to, and people have to realize like money management and time management is totally different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's like once you realize the time, you be like, bro, don't waste my time. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to play with my money, I just paid this for you to stay away. I understand that now, but don't play with my time though.
That's something
Because
you can get back.
yeah,
You can't get that back, man. But
no,
an hour, like, and it really came in perspective for me, being one person trying to do 20 things, and I've been managing them well, but it's to the point now with Home Depot and the workload that's about to come. There ain't no way I'm gonna be able to keep up by myself, so I got to get help. But you got to manage that time, and I've been grateful to do that by doing something here. But then when I do something here, I got to work hard over here because I got to try to make up that time, which I can't, and I got to work harder. But it's all about managing your time, managing your day, how productive you are. Even though you don't have something to do today, but you can still be productive, preparing for tomorrow. So that way you got a head start on it, because when you're slacking, you're lacking.
that's right. Hey, I like that, man. So you know what? It bring me to we already at 30 minutes, man. And I got this thing called Hour Power. And I got a couple questions for you, man. So let's get straight to it. What's the first thing you do or think about when you wake up in the morning?
God, thank you for another day, for opportunity to provide for my family and my kids. And I'm looking forward to every opportunity that you're about to open today. And then I work out, go through my notes that I wrote the night before, so I'm on top of my game. Whether that's getting
Mm,
minutes doing a yard meeting, or this or that, and have my cup of coffee, you know, get my day going. I get up 4:35, no 5:30, and get it going. Quick, the earlier you get up, the quicker the day can end.
hey, and that's what I say. I say, you know how everybody I got so many things about that. Everybody say, I wish I could be a millionaire. And I'm like, well, if you can if you can become a millionaire, what would you do? What would you do for it? Like what you mean? I'm like, would you wake up 5 in the morning every day? 4:30 every day? And like, man, no, man, I sleep till be 11. No, well, you just messed up right there.
Ain't gonna work.
You can't have a millionaire mindset if you don't understand. I call it a billionaire mindset. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be brilliant to be doing for you to even be successful, man. You got to do what other people won't do.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying, and that's dope. What you say. I wake up in the morning and I take my notes and see because for real, you need to have your day done, wrote down, done before you even get started.
Well, if you think about it, right? Let's say you got a regular 9 to 5, man. I'm not knocking it. I hope people don't take offense to this. I'm not,
Hmm.
but I'm just using this as an example, right? So let's say you got a regular 9 to 5, right? When you go to work at that job, you don't have to look through your notes to see what you got to do the day before because they have that day planned out for you. They want
I,
just
that's what I said. If you don't, I mean, cut you off, but I'll say if you don't design your life, someone else will.
yep, yep, yep.
But
So
go ahead.
So when you're doing that, your day is already planned out for you. So what's the difference from if you doing something for yourself and planning out to everything you got to do for yourself? Because if you don't, now you at stagnant time. You ain't doing nothing. You just watching TV or whatever it is that you're doing, but it ain't productive. That's what you're doing,
Mm,
right? So when if you ain't being productive, there's no productivity. There's
mm,
productivity, there's no funds. You know what I'm saying? So
man, don't waste
yeah,
major time on minor things.
you can't, man. Now that I'm in the soil, is I'm not gonna waste my water on weeds.
Man, you feel me?
I just can't, man. I got grass to grow.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So, which one do you prefer, hot or cold?
What weather or spice or anything?
Yeah, yeah, whatever you prefer. Like it can be spice, it can be weather.
Ah, I don't like to be too cold. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, come on, man. You down in Minnesota, bro.
Yeah, but I layer up, but I don't like to be too hot either, though. But I, I, I mean, I would probably say cold, man. You know,
Okay, okay.
been freezing and unthawed, and it's still living, so cold.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Hamburgers or tacos?
Why I eat tacos, man? At least 3 times a week. Tacos, definitely.
Man, okay, tacos. All right, growing up, what was your favorite cartoon?
Oh,
Oh, you probably got one right now.
I have a few, but man, one of the all time favorites. Man, I gotta say Thundercats, man.
Thundercats. Hear
Yeah,
me roar.
yeah, Thunder, man.
All right, so what was your favorite cereal?
Favorite cereal? Well, you know, you mean before we can start buying our own cereal when we had to eat cereal back then at the house? Oh, the white box that said cereal on it.
Oh man,
That was a favorite cereal right there, the only cereal.
man, the cornflakes. It ain't have say cornflakes on it. It just said cereal. Oh man, with the powdered milk.
Uh,
Stop playing,
well, we had the liquid milk, but they sent that with that was
man. Hey, I'm telling you, boy. Let me see. What's your favorite pair of shoes of all times?
uh, you mean now that when you got grown, you can buy your own, or you mean your favorite pair of shoes of all time?
Or it can be your favorite pair of shoes and you never had them,
Oh man,
and you be like, man, they're my favorite. I wish I had them, man.
my favorite pair of shoes of all time. I'm almost like an Air Max guy, because the bubble, the material is just so soft. Now,
Okay, okay. I mess with the Air Max, but the Air Max, which ones though?
yeah, you gotta go at the 95s, man.
Woo! Stop playing, but I got a couple pair laying around somewhere around here,
You gotta
man.
95s.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Uh, man, what's the worst job you ever had?
Oh, worst job. Mm, Worst job. I'll say when I was probably starting out fast food, Kentucky Fried Chicken, man. You gotta have them chicken buckets ready so fast, man. And people weren't playing, man. And then, on break you had to count how many pieces of chicken you ate, and the chicken got
No, man.
the night. That was probably one of the worst jobs I had.
All right. What is something? What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for life. Um, I'm grateful for the sound, non-intentional people that I have around me. I'm truly grateful for change in my life. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just grateful to get up out my bed every day, man. When God wake me up, see my family, and allow me to do what it is that I'm doing now. So I'm extremely grateful and humble.
Okay. Okay. If it's one thing you can change in the world, what would it be?
Come on, man. Muck City, my community, man.
Man.
South Bay, Clewiston, you know, Bellblade, man. I'm serious, man. I can't stop, won't stop, man. I can do the Diddy on them. I gotta see that change, man. Got to.
Man, so that's why I said, man, what that change look like?
It looks good, man. Where the elders that's been in these apartments for so many years, they can come out and we can figure out a way to build accessible housing, not affordable housing, accessible housing, and allow people to take home ownership so they can gain assets and equity and stuff like that. Um, that's what it would look like to me. It would look it looks like having more shopping centers, more recreation, more resources where the people can enjoy being in the hometown and not have to travel to Palm Beach and the other different places to seek the fun and adventure and to seek these different things. But just having it as an all-American city that it really is, that the people that is there, but we just don't have the structural buildings and everything to show that Muck City is all American city.
Okay. How many books or audio books you read or listened to in the last 90 days?
Mm. Ross, his wealth book.
Hey, that was decent, man. You know, yeah, man, he talk about a lot of stuff. You know, Ross, he spent a lot of money, but he also say in a pandemic, he saved a lot of money. You know, and it's crazy that, well, matter of fact, it's not crazy. So my question is, I'm gonna let you go back to Rick Ross and your books, but what have you done that you felt like, damn, I did something during the pandemic? Did you come up with this idea during the pandemic?
Yep. Made my business take off during the pandemic, man. And because during the pandemic, a lot of big businesses, wasn't hurting during the pandemic. They made a lot of money, and a lot of our people, you know, spent a lot of money at those businesses to help them accumulate money. But throughout the pandemic, man, it helped me figure out a way to create community wealth and generational wealth.
Yeah.
Gave me the time to do that. So, pandemic was bad, because it kept a lot of people separated, but it was good for me. It gave me time to sit down and really hone in and focus.
Hmm. So yeah, I just thought about that when you said Rick Ross, because he made something click in my head. I'm like, oh man, during the pandemic, everybody was in the house, and I felt like I had an advantage. You know what I'm saying? So I said I want to do something different, and I put the mic down and I wrote 3 books during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's something that was out of my comfort zone. Definitely out of my comfort zone.
But when you have to learn how to be comfortable being uncomfortable because
Yes.
see when you're
Yes.
being comfortable, you don't have room for growth. It's just right here. But when you're comfortable being uncomfortable, it takes the bar up right here because you're uncomfortable. You know, and then here's an uncomfortable level that you unsure or unaware of. But once you get there, you realize how comfortable you are and how much growth you have, how much success. And success ain't defined in money or whatever the case may be. Graduating from high school when they say you wasn't success.
Right.
In the hood, going to a different city, success. Whether you got a business, whether you on a bigger stage, or whether you washing your car, you washing cars, or you selling food out your house or whatever. That's a success. That's something that you're doing for yourself, and you're doing that every day. It doesn't matter whether it's a brick.
Push ups.
You know what I mean? It don't matter. It's success because you're doing it. That's a success.
Right.
So I want to
So,
shout out to anybody, wherever you at, especially Muck City, Clewiston, PK, Harlem, Belgrade, South Bay. Man, anybody who hustling, doing whatever you doing, whether that's mobile detailing, chopping up heads or whatever it is you're doing, selling clothes or CDs or whatever it is that you're doing, man, keep doing it, man. Keep pressing on, because the longer you press on, another door will open for you, and you just that close when you think when you about to give up. So you just that close to where you're trying to get to, before when you feel like you're so tired you got to give up. But man, y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. Good things about to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Um, what would you do with $1 million?
$1 million now. Back then, man, ain't no telling what I would have did. But right now, um, $1 million, I would, if I had freed up capital and asset where I don't have to do anything with $1 million, but do one thing that I would like to do. Um, Me per se, I would probably divide, that million up, into sections and put portions back into the communities, and then probably try to somewhat build some sort of a joint venture or recreational center or some sort of joint park where everybody can, come collaborate, have fun, all the local cities and everything, man. It ain't no riffraff, it ain't none of that. It's just good people, good time, good vibe.
Mm. So, what
You
would you
know, a lot
do?
I give a
I
lot.
can.
I go back to my school, especially GC, who helped me and graduated from. I give money back to the schools, to the youth programs in each city, and depends on if it's around a holiday or something. Probably do like a Christmas drive, turkey drive, or whatever it is, back to school. But whatever it is, it'll go back into the community tenfold.
Okay. So, what would you do with $1?
Me, $1 if I'm hungry. So, you gotta add tax on that too. You ain't getting them for $1 nowadays. But man, I might go to the soda machine and get me two sodas if they still 50 cents a piece.
Okay. Okay. I feel you. So, man, it was something I was gonna say when you was talking. It's still my mind. It probably come back to me. It was a question I had.
So
Dang, and I really wanted to get that off, man. My
you got
bad.
to come back to it and get that off, man.
Oh, it's all good. I asked you about if you. Okay.
But shout out to my mom too, man. It goes back to inspiration. My grandmother too. We kind of got off that, but my grandmother too, man. God bless her soul, Clara, man.
Mm,
Big inspiration, man. And my mom, my auntie Dale, um, man, a lot of people, and I hate naming names because then when you don't call a name, people feel a certain way. But there's just so many things going on. My godmama, Gail, I call my mama. You know, my sister Danica, man. She been big support, chopping it up with a lot of people, man.
mm-hmm.
Miss nobody, man, but just everybody, man. And it's just I can't even put it in words, man. Like I said, I still haven't processed that. I went on the Home Depot website. We're working that out now because they actually got the product on, but they haven't got the product picture loaded up yet. But the muck soda topsoil name is on the Home Depot. You go there and put in muck soda topsoil, and the product will come up. Hopefully by Monday, all that stuff will be sorted out. But
Yeah, man. If people wanna they wanna check out the website and man order some bags and stuff, man tell them where they get it from, man.
oh man, you can go to a couple places, but I would prefer you go to HomeDepot.com, and you type in muck soda topsoil, and it'll be delivered to your nearest store.
Hey, that boy say, "Hey, man, you just go ahead and holler at them, man."
Yeah, you can still come through me as well, but they got a contract, they got a better deal, of course. I it's still a business on my end and other things that we're doing as well. But eventually, I would like to just have retailers distribute the store, and that'll free me up to do the landscaping portion and continue to do that. So yeah, go to HomeDepot.com, man. Type in Minnesota topsoil. It'll be carried online the remainder of this year, spring of 2022, the next growing season. You can go in Home Depot and physically get it out the stores. I'm not. They wanted to start off with a lot of stores. I can't really get in specific and detail,
Mhm.
tracking agreements and things like that. But just know that you'll be able to go pick muck soda topsoil, premium organic topsoil up in your local Home Depot, or go online to HomeDepot.com, type in muck soda topsoil, go through the purchase order. We'll have it to your door.
Okay, that's what's up. Um, so did I ask you this before? I know you do the lawn care, but what about growing vegetables and
Uh,
fruit?
in a new house, yes, of course, gonna have a garden on the backside and things like that. That's like my little zen. You go out and you watch things grow that you work with your hands, and it's just instant gratification of seeing things like that. So, of course, I'm gonna have my garden, man. Right now, I'm most ecstatic and excited about my kids, man. Like to see the joy on their face, bro. Like I can't even explain it, man. My little girl so stoked about new house, her room, and they got good stuff here, but it's just a lack of office space, lack of room, lack of yard space, and got the dogs and stuff like that. And just to see the excitement on their face, man, bro, I can't tell you how much that means to me. Like
Man, that's what's up.
world that you can give me to change that feeling. Be able to come home and provide for people that's dependent on you. Come on, man, ain't no better feeling.
Mm. Oh, that's what the question was, man. Speaking of people, because we chopping always up to an hour, but I was talking to people
Hmm.
and I asked them this question. And for the listeners out here, I want y'all to understand this, man, where I'm coming from. How do you feel about people?
How do I feel about people in general?
Mm-hmm.
I feel there's some great people out here in this world. Tremendous great people. I feel there's some people out here um, that's got hidden intentions and stuff like that, and so they making their life a little more harder than what it needs to be, and they're letting
Mm,
people um, envy and have all the other different traits and stuff that you should not possess towards the other people who is very, humbly grateful and all of these things, do everything for the right intent. So how I feel about people, is they're not gonna allow who they are. They're gonna show you who they are, and who they show you that they are, they really are. So how I feel about people is, man, everybody got their own life to live, and it's how you choose to live your life. I can't be upset with you how you live your life, and all I ask and respect is please don't be upset with me how I live my life. Because we all have the same choices, but the decisions that you make and made, I chose not to make those decisions. So in results and in reality of what you're seeing is two different results. So again, everybody make the proper decisions that align in their lane that they need to make. You know, life is good, but life is really what you make it.
exactly. And I overheard a couple people say, I hate people, I hate people. And I'm like, wow, I'm like, the way we look at people is the way our bank account look at us. Yeah, if you have a negative outlook on people, you most likely have a negative bank account. If you think positive, your bank account being a positive. If you so about people, you have a little some money a little bit.
Yeah,
So keep that in mind, because if it wasn't for the people, I wouldn't be doing this what we doing. If it wasn't for the people, we wouldn't be doing.
I, I,
So
I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing because the people motivated me to do this. You see, so
you feel me?
people
So
that's there, and when I go home and I see all these good people, and th- I wouldn't even say they're not afforded these things. It's just they people the people that's in place to give them these things never properly, gave everyone that opportunity and stuff. So when I see that, man, but I still see how they enjoy themselves and don't complain and don't gripe, man. Come on, man. You can't help but to do something to give back to those people, man. Because a dollar or whatever to somebody, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. So when you change your outlook on how you feel about people, your bank account will change.
good advice to the people, man. Good advice.
So yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. We got like 5 minutes, so man, is it anything? I know you sent a couple of shout outs, but is anything you want to rekindle? Like some you just want to like, man, I forgot to say this.
Man, you always think about it when it's done, man. And right,
I know.
so many things in my head right now. First, I'm just in the moment right now, man. Processing the moment. But man, I want to just shout out to everybody who had something positive to do with me, man. Shout out to the fellas that I grew up with, even though may not talk every day or we may not hang out or whatever. But when we see, you see each other back at the crib or whatever, it's real. It's genuine, man. Man, shout out to everybody in the city, man. PK, Muck City, South Bay, Little Harlem. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to every teacher that I had, good and bad. Because every situation I learned from it. And that's how you grow. You got to learn from things. And so just
Mm-hmm.
man, shout out to everybody, man. That big shout out to God, man. Like
Man.
without him, man, we wouldn't be over here. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing, man, and probably wouldn't even have the mentality of what I have right now, the thought process, of what's going on, man. But shout out to him for getting me out of the environment and showing me something different and allowing me to learn. But most of all, gave me the heart and the mindset to go home and give back what I learned.
Mm-hmm. So I got one more question, man. Who do you want to see on the upcoming future fan mission podcast? Who would
Man, kind of hard. There's a lot of people, man. Really, to be honest with you, what I would like to see is a lot of people from my neck of the woods, from the muck, in the surrounding areas, that's down there, you know, hustling and getting their entrepreneurial stuff off the ground. I would like to see them on the podcast so we can give my hood that exposure, give them that exposure, and allow them to put everything together. Sorry, that's my dogs going
Oh
haywire.
no, it's all good.
So
It's all good.
but that's what I would like to see. I would like to see one of the somebody from down there, because there's a lot of people in the hood that's doing a lot of things. So
All right.
I would like to.
Well, let me see. Can you give me one name?
I can give you a few right off the top of my head. Come on, sweetie, you go. Let me be good. My girl Savon Luma with the t-shirts. She got the Muck City tees. My girl Netra Hobbs, man, she's got the cleaning company. My sister, she's down there. The DJs, Ray, City Blood, my boy Papa Duck, man.
Yeah.
Steve Melson, one of the a young great leader down there. Man, so many people, man. We can go on and on. I can tell you this: if you set your camera up in the book and you trying to do podcasts with people, you might because you're gonna meet a lot of good people, bro. I promise you on that.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Well, we're gonna see if we can find one of these people, man, to be on the next podcast in the future, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm down here in Florida. I ran into Papa Duck too, so yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna see. Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna chop it up with him. You know what I'm saying?
if he,
Shout out to Papa Duck, man. We need you on the podcast, bro.
man, and I got to get up with my guy, man. And get some gear from him too. You got
Yeah.
music group, gear, man.
Oh, matter of fact, Yeah, shout out to Papa Duck. He got a podcast going on too.
Yep. Man,
Yep.
shout out to the Muck City, man. I really appreciate it, man. And
Yeah, Much City, stand up.
thankful, man. I'm just thankful. And I just hope everybody be patient with me. And people got to understand that when I say resources, that don't mean each individual go gain monetary value. When I say resources, that means resources coming back into the community that you can use and you can learn and you can gain from and you can equip yourself to gain your own. So I want people to get that, not get that misunderstood when I say resources. So I don't want people to be looking for, hey, where the money at? Because I put everything in this company on my own pocket. And how I get the money in my own pocket by working multiple jobs, doing multiple things, and you know that, you've seen that. So resources, I really mean resources, not a check or not none of this or not none of that. I mean really resources. So be patient with me and understand that I'm on a mission. And like I said, I'm gonna see it through. Can't stop, won't stop. Diddy on them. You know what I mean?
Hey, we're on the mission. Family on the mission. I'm liking that.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of the family on the mission, man, do you involve the kids in your business?
We getting ready to now that I'm at the phase that I'm at now. But yeah, I'm getting ready to incorporate them in. Yes, sir.
That's what's up, man.
Sir. So
But yeah, so I know the dog. He wanted to get rubbed on. Your daughter wanted to get hugs, man. And I know you're a busy man, but I appreciate you spending this hour of power with me, man, for the second time go around. And man, congratulations, you on your big deal with them people, man. I'm so proud of you, bro.
hey man, much love, much respect, man. And again, man, shout out to my city, Clewiston, Harlem, Bellblade, Pahokee, South Bay, the whole Muck City. Shout out to them 1999 GC rated champs, man. Shout out to my boy Jerry Campbell who made this possible, man. We could talk about a lifelong time of reigns. My boy T, boy Claude, Fat, man. I mean, it's so many people, man. But I love my city, man. I love my people, man. I'm just so grateful for what I'm being able to do for the surrounding cities, man. And I just hope people get behind me and understand what's going on and not allow these bigger companies to come in because now that something is valuable. Understand that, I'm not a greedy person. I'm using something that's valuable to give back to us and trying to block out all these bigger giants because once they see this, they're going to come in, move everybody out, give you a carrot in front of you, give you a couple dollars for you to sell your house or your land. They use up the resources, but ain't nothing gonna go back. So my plan.
Yeah, we fell for that trick too many times. Now, no more.
No,
so
can't.
Yeah.
Can't stop.
So man, won't stop. So man, I appreciate you, bro, man. Give your family much love, man, and go ahead and get back to your thing, bro.
Yes, sir.
Much love, G.
Bar none, baby.
All right, no.
Yep.
We on the mission, family on the mission. We on the mission, family on the mission. We on the mission, family on the mission. We on the mission, family on the mission.